Welcome children. We are going to start another chapter, that is third organic chemistry lesson, that is about the aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. Sir, why they kept this separate lesson? Why they kept the alcohols, phenols and this esters? Why they kept? Already we know that the bonding between the carbon and oxygen, between these two, or hydrogen, if it is a single bond compounds, these compounds, suppose if OH group is there with single bond, you know that they are the alcohols. And in a benzene ring, if they have the OH group with single bond, carbon between the carbon and oxygen is single bond, they are called the phenols. And in esters also, oxygen bond between the two carbon atoms, single bond, carbon and oxygen single bond, they are called the esters. Means the compounds, already we learned about the bonding between the carbon and oxygen is single bond compounds. Earlier we read, that is alcohols, phenols and ethers. But now, this time, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids, mainly they contain a group that is the bonding between the carbon and oxygen is double bonded carbon atoms, double bonding. These compounds we are calling it as that means that this group is called the carbonyl group. This group is called the carbonyl group. The compounds which contains the carbonyl group, they are the aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. So that means in these compounds, aldehydes and ketones and carboxylic acids, they contain a group of compounds that is called the carbonyl group. Carbonyl group. Okay, that means all these three compounds are having the carbonyl group. If the carbonyl group carbon atom, if it is attached one side, if it is hydrogen, that means the second side, it may be the carbon or it may be the hydrogen, anyone. But one side, if it is attached to the hydrogen atom, those compounds we will call it as aldehydes. Generally, aldehydes, CHO, we will show. That means C double bond O, H is one side, it is attached. Suppose if it is written COH, already we know that it is an alcohol. So CHO means it is an aldehyde. So that is the thing. That means in aldehyde, the carbonyl group, it should be attached to one side, minimum one side hydrogen. Then only it is called an aldehyde. Similarly, if it is not attached, on both sides if it is attached to the another two carbon atoms, that means the carbonyl group is in between the two carbon atoms, that compounds we will call it as ketones. That carbonyl compounds are called the ketones. So that is the most important. That means if any side, either both sides, out of one side, if it is containing one hydrogen, that is called an aldehyde. But if on both sides, if it is attached by the two carbon atoms, sharing by two carbon atoms, that is called the ketone. So observe the difference. So this is the most important. Next, on one side, if it contains the OH group, that is carbonyl group contains the OH group, generally it is written as COOH. That means this oxygen bond is doubly bonded to the carbon and this bond is single bonded to carbon. So COOH group, that is called the carboxylic group. So like this, that means all these three compounds containing the carbonyl group, that is the most important. Carbonyl group function. So generally let us see. So these carbonyl groups, sometimes it may contains the halogens. If it contains the halogens, they are called the acyl halides. What are they called? Acyl halides. Sometimes they may contains the nitrogen in moiety of NH2. Okay, they are called the amides, or that is carbon atom, C double bond O NH2 if it is there. So that is called the amides. And again, acyl halides and amides are the another group of compounds of this aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. Acyl halides and amides. So this is also an important one. Another one is also there. R C double bond O again C double bond O R dash. If it is there, that means oxygen bond is only this one. But these are the two carboxylic, that is dicarboxylic groups. If they are mixed with the O, they are called the anhydrides. Anhydrides. So already we discussed this anhydrides in the earlier lesson also. So like this, different components are present in this one. Generally, these aldehydes and ketones and carboxylic acids are playing an important role in our daily life. So generally, let us revise again. Aldehydes, one side it should the carbonyl group should contain the hydrogen, attached to hydrogen. If it is not attached, if it is attached by the two carbon atoms, that is called the ketones. If that means OH one side group is there, means carboxylic acids, and one side if it is halide, it is there acyl halides. Okay, and again if NH2 moiety, that is with carbon attached with the nitrogen in the moiety of NH2, moiety means mixture. So that points, that those compounds we are calling it as amides. So these are the different components of aldehydes and ketones and carboxylic acids. But these carboxylic acids, aldehydes and ketones, some they are very useful, used as a fragrance, and natural fragrance is there. And already we know that in ice creams, vanilla ice cream is there. So vanillin is also one more compound whose structure is like this. It is an aldehyde. Vanillin is an aldehyde, CHO, which contains the orthomethoxy, methoxy, and again OH group. That means it contains the aldehyde group, methoxy, and the alcoholic group is also there. So this is called the vanillin, which is the most important component to get the fragrance in the chocolates or in the ice creams and all. So this is the vanillin. And again, salicylaldehyde, it is also useful in many ways. Aldehydes, that means CHO group should be there. Salicylaldehyde and orthohydroxy, okay, OH group is there. So this is called the salicylaldehyde. So it is also useful in many products, acetone, okay, that is some components they will make it. And one more is there. In the dalchini, you know that it is a fragrance. And again, so what is dalchini? It is nothing but the cinnamon aldehyde. Cinnamon aldehyde. Cinnamaldehyde. Okay, so what is the component? It contains the CH double bond CH and CHO. So this is called the cinnamon aldehyde. So cinnamon means the dalchini, it is there. So it gives the fragrance. So like this, they are using these products, also products of these components also they are using so as the plastics, resins, and in the nail polish. That is acetone, ketone. It is a ketone, acetone. So many compounds they are useful. They are preparing in this one, in the plastics, fibers, everything they are using. So aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acid. Now we will discuss the nomenclature. Now let us go to the nomenclature. So generally aldehydes and ketones, they are having the two systems of nomenclature. Two systems. One is already we know that common name system, and the second one is IUPAC nomenclature. But both ways we will treat. Both ways we will give the nomenclature. Okay. Common names. Common names, how to give this one? Generally, nomenclature of this aldehydes, what they will do, aldehyde in the place of aldehyde, aldehydes are common names. They are termed from their corresponding carboxylic acids. That means the names of the carboxylic acids only they will use. Okay, but while naming, generally, suppose methanoic acid. Methanoic acid. If it is there, from this one, IC acid. Okay, IC acid will be removed and they will add the aldehyde word. That means methanaldehyde. So that means aldehydes nomenclature common names are derived from their corresponding carboxylic acids names. Suppose if it is ethanoic acid, if it is there, that means 2 carbon atoms. What you have to do to get the aldehyde's common name, oic acid, we will remove this and we will add the aldehyde. That means ethanaldehyde. That is the common name, but not a base name. So that is the common nomenclature of aldehydes will be derived from their corresponding carboxylic acids names. So in the carboxylic acid name, IC acid will be removed and aldehyde will be added. So like that, we will give the common nomenclature of the aldehydes. So let us see some examples. So first here, you come here. 1, 2. 2 carbon atoms, carboxylic acid is ethanoic acid. Ethane, ethanoic acid. So to give the aldehyde, since it is having the aldehyde group, so what you have to do? Remove this acid and we will add aldehyde. That means what is the name is given? Ethanaldehyde. So like that. Suppose here benzaldehyde, that is benzoic acid, will be aldehyde, corresponding aldehyde means benzaldehyde. Okay, next here if you come to this one, whenever we are giving the nomenclature, the carbonyl group, wherever it is there, okay, starting from this one, we cannot, that is whatever the carbon atom is added to this carbonyl group, that will be given as the alpha, next one will be given as the beta, and third one is given as the gamma. Like this we will give the names. Okay, that means where you have to start alpha, beta, gamma. Where the carbonyl group is there, that will be taken as the standard carbon atom. From there, wherever it is attached to the carbon atoms, that will be given as the alpha, beta, gamma. Suppose if it is given, what is the name is there? So generally 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms aldehyde we have to give. So while counting the names, we will count this carbon atom also. Carbonyl group carbon atom also will be included in counting. So the name is, so at a beta carbon atom, bromine group is there. So what you can write down? Beta bromo. Beta bromo. How many carbon atoms are there? 4. That means butane. So but acid means butanoic acid. In the butanoic acid, what you have to do? IC acid you have to remove it. Aldehyde you have to add. Therefore you can say that beta bromo butanaldehyde. Butanaldehyde. So the name will be given. So this is the common name of this group. So like this, we will give the nomenclature of common names of the aldehydes. So generally, common names of the aldehydes means from the carboxylic acids. Okay, the names derived from the carboxylic acid only we will use it. So that is about the nomenclature of common system of the aldehydes. Now, if you come to the ketone, okay, ketone, generally dialkyl groups. So wherever the carbonyl group is there, that dialkyl groups just you take it and write down the names. Okay, suppose here 2 methyl groups are there. So therefore what is the name is given? Dimethyl, and we have to add ketone. Dimethyl ketone, that is the name. This dimethyl ketone, generally it is having another name, that is nothing but the acetone. Acetone. That means phenoxide, phenol groups are there. So if they are there, phenone. We have to use the word phenone. Okay. If alkyl groups are there, alkanone, ketone, we will add the tone, T-O-N, ketone, like this. So if 3 dialkyl groups are there, dimethyl groups are there, that is called the acetone. Now, suppose if 2 carbon atoms group is there, what you have to do it? Acetic acid. Already we know that 2 carbon atoms, or ethanoic acid or acetic acid. In that acetic acid, IC acid we will remove and we will add the ketone from ONE. That means acetone. If it is a phenyl group is there, phenone we will add. Suppose here, this is the acetyl group is there, acetic acid group is there, and phenyl group is there. So what you have to write down? Acetophenone. What is the name is given? Acetophenone. So like that nomenclature will be there. Suppose here two groups are there, three carbon atoms group is there. That means propeno, phenone. So like that we will give the nomenclature, that is common names. And suppose if two phenyl groups are there, that means diphenyl ketone. Diphenyl ketone. So what you have to write down? Phenyl ketone. Phenyl phenone. This one, it is containing the carbonyl group. So the nomenclature will be diphenyl ketone. And here, if you come to this side, so here three carbon atoms group is there. That means propeno-phenone. Propeno-phenone. So like that, we will give the common nomenclature of this aldehydes and ketones. Now let us see the nomenclature of IUPAC nomenclature system. Now you learned about the common names. Now let us see the IUPAC system names. Okay, that is more important. Whenever we discuss or write in the main examination, we have to mention the IUPAC nomenclature. So IUPAC nomenclature of aldehydes and ketones. So to know about this one, first of all we should know about the 6 points. Okay, that means to give the name of any nomenclature of this aldehyde or ketone, some 6 rules you have just you note 6 points, not rules, points. First of all, first point is nothing but whenever to give the aldehyde or ketone name from the corresponding alkane, we will give the name. Corresponding alkane. In the alkane name of an alkane, E will be removed. To give the aldehyde, we will add the Al, or to ketone, we will add the ONE. Example. So let us see CH3, CH2, CHO is there. So what are the 3 carbon names, 3 carbon atoms? Name of an alkane is propane. Okay. And in this one, how to give the aldehyde name? In the propane, since it is having the aldehyde group, so we will add the ONE, Al, aldehyde. That means propanol. Propanol is the aldehyde name of this compound. That means from the corresponding alkane name, E will be removed at the last and we will add the Al. If it is aldehyde, add the Al. If it is ketone, we will add the ONE. So let us see CH3, C double bond O, CH3. It is a ketone. For ketone, that is a carbon atom should have on both sides the 2 carbon atoms. So in this one, what is this? What is the name of this one? Generally 3 carbon atoms means propane. And again, since it is having the aldehyde ketonic group, so that what they will give? So E will be removed, we will add the ONE, on. So therefore, the name is propanone. So like this, we will give the name of an aldehyde or a ketone. So this is the first general rule. That means from that corresponding alkane, E will be removed and Al or ONE will be added. That is suffix. So that suffix only. Okay. So this is about the first rule. That means aldehydes and ketones, IUPAC nomenclatures are derived from their corresponding alkanes names. So that is the first one. Second rule, because many things are there. Whenever in aldehydes having the longest chain numbers are there. Longest chains are there. So that is CH3, CH2, 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 CHO is there. This is the longest chain. Whenever the longest chain is there, suppose here in the place of this one, bromine group is there. In the place of this one, methyl group is there. Suppose if it is there like this, then what you have to do? Again, you have to take the longest chain. That is the common rule. But where the aldehyde carbon atom is there, that carbon atom we will take it as 1. That is the starting number 1. So remaining things, you give the name 3, 4, 5 carbon atoms name. That means pentane, but aldehyde group is there, pentanol, that is there. Then you remember the positions of the carbonate, that is for methyl added groups. Just you give them in this one. That is 4 bromo, 2 methyl, and pentyl all. Like this, we will give the names of this one. Okay. So whenever there is a long chains or open chain aliphatic carbon compounds are there, that carbon atom where the aldehyde group is there, that will be taken as the one, and for the remaining we will give the names. Okay, so let us see one name of the compound. Similarly, okay, this is the first one, and the aldehydes. Suppose if ketones are there, ketones means they should have the minimum carbon atom like this. Suppose here 3 carbon atoms are there, here 3 carbon atoms are there, like this. Okay. Now, whenever in the longest chain of this one, the numbering will be starting from the nearer to the carbon atom of this carbonyl group. Nearer to the carbon atom of the carbonyl group. Carbonyl group is there. This side 3 are there. Here 2 are there. So nearer means this side. So you have to start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means, okay, or 7. Okay, hexanol or pentanol, hexanol. So this is a hexanone. But whenever writing this one, the number of the carbonyl group, it is to be mentioned. That is the more important. So where to be mentioned? So where to be mentioned? Before ketonic group, you have to mention that number 3, and ONU1 is removed, and 3 we added. Then means what is the remaining thing is there? Hexantrione. Hexantrione. So like that, the numbering will be given if it is a open chain aliphatic ketones. So ketones means whichever the near carbon atoms are there, that means less number. From there you have to start from 1. Okay. So this is the another rule. That is the 3 rules are now we learned. So what is the first rule? From the alkyl, E will be removed and Al and ONE will be added. That is the first rule. Second one, in aldehydes, having the longest chain, where the carbon atom is taken as 1, where the aldehyde group is there, that will be taken as the 1. But in ketones, it is not like that. Where it is numbering, nearer to the carbon atom will be taken as the number 1. That is the third rule. Okay, so remember. So just let us see one name. So whether we follow the name of the compound or not, let us see. CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH2, CH3. Like this it is given. That means, which is compound is this one? Carbonyl group is there, but this carbonyl group is attached by the both sides carbon atoms, means it is a ketone. It is a ketone. First, if it is a ketone, the numbering, carbon numbering will be started from the carbonyl group which is nearer to the carbon atom. That means this side is the nearer, this side is the farther. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 carbon atoms means alkyl name is pentane. But since where the carbonyl group is there, that is to be mentioned as the number. And again, what is pentanone? Pentanone. Okay, the general name. So where you have to write down this 2, that means pentan. Before what I told, ONE will be added in the last. The number will be placed in between the, that is compound name and the ONE. That means pentan to one is the name of this IUPAC nomenclature of the ketone. So that number you have to mention that one. That is the third rule. So we learned 3 rules. Now one more will be there. So counting numbers is the more important. One important thing is there. CH3 twice CH. Sir, what is the meaning of this? How to write the structure? That means at the CH bond, 2 methyl groups are attached. CH3 also, CH3 also. So this is the structure of this compound. Again, CO, CH, CH3 twice if it is given. How to give the name? That means again, draw the structure. So this structure is this one. Okay. Again, between this one, carbonyl double bond is there. Again here, that is this CH3 with dimethyl groups are attached to this carbon atom. That means here also one CH3, here also one CH3 and hydrogen. So how to give the name? First you select the longest chain. Suppose 1, 2, 3. It is not correct. So you can start from here also like this. If you take like this, that is the longest chain. Or if you start from here, or you take it like this is also longest chain. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you start from here also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you are getting the same. That means pentane you are getting. And again, now check it. This is the pentanone. Already we know that pentanone. Okay, but where the carbonyl group is there? At third one, pentan trione. But again, two methyl groups are attached. Where they are attached, just to give the number. That means this methyl group is the least number 2. This methyl group is the fourth one. So that means 2,4 dimethyl same pentan trione. So like this, the nomenclature will be there. Counting numbers in a ketone is the most important. That is the most important. Like this, we will give the name 2,4 dimethyl pentan trione. That numbers also you have to mention this one. So that is the third rule. And again, fourth rule. If substituents are there, okay, they are prefixed again, same alphabetical order, along with the numerals indicating their positions. That's why 2,4 dimethyl pentan trione. Like this we have written, the substituents also, if it is there, we will write down the names. That is the fourth rule. With presenting their numbers, positions also we have to mention. That is the fourth rule. Fifth rule. If it is cyclo groups are there, this is a cyclo group. It is not benzene. Remember, if benzene is there, that means double bonds we have to write down. If benzene is not there, that is a cyclo. Suppose if it is a ketonic group is there, see aldehyde group is there and the ketonic group is there, what will happen? Okay, C and again C, both sides C. That means double bond. Like CH3, CH3. Okay. So like this is an aldehyde group, this is a ketonic group. It is not an benzene. So it is a cyclo. Okay. So 6 are there, cyclohexane. This is also cyclohexane. Whenever we are writing down this one, this number, this carbon atom, we will take it as the 1. We will take it as the 1. Or where the aldehyde group is there, carbonyl carbon atom is there, and actually that is taken as the number 1. In cyclo, numbers starts from the ketone carbon as 1 or aldehyde carbon as the 1. So this is the first carbon. Like this we will give the names. That means cyclohexane, cycloketones, cyclonone, like that. Where CHO group is attached to the ring to the suffix, okay, carbaldehyde, another word we will use, the word carbaldehyde. That word we have to accept. Okay, that means cyclohexane carbaldehyde, the name will be given, or the cyclohexane carbaldehyde, the cycloketone carbaldehyde. So like that we will give the name. Similarly, in the benzene, okay, if aldehyde group is there, generally benzene carboaldehyde. We have to write down like this, benzene carboaldehyde. But generally it is also called the benzaldehyde. Generally, simply the names will be accepted by this one, benzaldehyde. That means benzene carbaldehyde, that can be written as benzaldehyde. That means benzaldehyde components we have to do. Suppose if they are having OCH3OH, the groups we have to write down 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4 hydroxy, 3 methoxy benzaldehyde. So like this, we will give the names of the ring compounds also. Numbering will start from the carbon which is attached to the carbonyl group. That is where it is attached. It will be starting from this one, 1, 2, 3. Suppose if it is added here, C double bond group, this will be taken as the number 1 carbon. This will be taken as the number 1 carbon. Where the aldehyde group is there or ketone group is there, that carbon atom we will take it as number 1 carbon atom. So like this, but attached, what is the suffix to be added for the cyclo compounds? Carbaldehyde we have to add. Carbaldehyde we have to add. Let us see some names. Okay, so that you can understand clearly. let us see some examples. So this is CH3 twice CHCHO. I told that CH3 twice will be the added at the CH group. So that's why 2-methyl propanol. That is propane is the main this one. So 2-methyl propanol. Cyclo compounds you observe it. So here CH3 group is attached for the cyclohexane and aldehyde group is there. Wherever the aldehyde group is there, that carbon atom we will take it as 1. That means this is 1, 2, 3. At the third carbon atom methyl group is there. So that's why 3-methyl. That is cyclo group is there. Cyclohexane. Carbaldehyde we have to add for the cyclic carbon compounds. So what is the name will be given? 3-methyl cyclohexane carbaldehyde. So like that. Similarly, ketones. Okay. Okay. Right. So that is where the aldehyde group is there. That also you have to just check it. Now here, if you observe it, okay, or CH2 double bond CH CHO. That means this is the propene. That is aldehyde group, ketonic group, double hand group. Alkenes are there. So at what carbon atom it is there? First carbon atom is the aldehyde. We will take it as the 1, 2, 3. At the second carbon atom, keto double bond group is there. That means ene we have to add. So that's why proper to enol, not propanol, propanol. So propane to enol. Like that we will write down this one. So similarly here 2-methoxy propanol. So just you check the structure what I told like this, then you can understand very easily. So here, so aldehyde group is there. That carbon atom is 1. If you come from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bromine is there. But if you come from this side, 1, 2, third bromine is there. So whichever is less, that you have to write down. That means 3 bromo, benzene, and carbaldehyde. Benzene, carbaldehyde. So therefore, or it can be written as 3 bromo benzaldehyde. Okay. So like this, ketones are there. Pentan to one or 2,4-dimethyl pentan 3-one. Already I explained. Okay. Or here, if you come here, C double bond group is there. That will be taken as the 1, 2, 3. That is that second carbon atom methyl group is there. So that way 2-methyl. Cyclo group is there. Cyclo. And which one? Hexane. 6 carbon atoms are there. Cyclohexane you have to write. But since ketonic group is there, ON you have to add. So 2-methyl cyclohexanone. So like this we will give the name. Similarly, 4-methyl pentan 3-ene 2-one. So just check it. Where the alkene group is there, carbon atom, where the ketonic group is there. So last ketone and before that you have to write down the alkene group. Okay. So like this we can give the nomenclature of IUPAC. Go through the things and rules are there. Note down the rules and follow them and practice them. Right. Thank you very much.